Right, so with this one, we need to do this transformation first. X minus 3, so we do, remember now we do in the bracket first and work our way outwards. So we're going to do f of x minus 3 to start with. Minus 3 in here, affecting the x-axis. So we always do the opposite, so we're actually going to go positive 3 along x-axis, okay? So we need to shift this 3. Now, be careful with what happens here, because it seems to be quite a wide scale here. But if you take that across 3, positive 3 is going to go from minus 2 to 1, isn't it? So we end up going through 1, and this is going through the origin, so that's going to end up going through at 3. So we don't actually need any negative values for x, okay? So, as I said, going back to this, shifting that across 3, it's going to end up going through at 1, which we'll say about here. Okay. So 1, 0. And then going through the origin here, so shift that across 3, it's going to go through 3. So we call that 3, 0 there. The minimum point, well, of course, you're shifting that value, aren't you, across 3, so it's going to go from minus 1 to 2. Yeah, so it's going to be directly between these two here, and it'll be 1. Oh, sorry, it'll be 2, and just going because you're adding 3 onto that, so it'll be 2 and minus 2. Y value stays the same. So then you draw your curve. Okay, and you've got, I should have turned it upside down, and you've got this. So that's f of x minus 3. Now we need to do 2f of x minus 3, which simply means to stretch it in the y direction. Okay, so the y values get multiplied by 2. What's great is that when you multiply that by 2, yeah, it stays the same. When you multiply that by 2, it stays the same. It's just this that's going to change. Okay, so the curve will end up being stretched. All right, so we'll see if we're going to squeeze this in down here. Okay, so we need a bit more negative values for y. As I said, times that by 2, because I want 2f of x minus 3. Times that by 2, I'm going to get, it's going to stay the same, because 0 times 2 is 0. Times that by 2, it's going to stay the same. Times this by 2, you end up having 2, that stays the same, but that becomes minus 4. Okay? Right, so you have a similar looking curve, but it's stretched. Goes to the same points on the x-axis. It's stretched, and your job done. That's part A answered. Part B, okay, it says on the separate diagram, sketch the graph y equals minus f of x plus 1, indicate the coordinates, etc., etc. Now, minus f of x, okay, plus 1. So you deal, as I said to you before now, you deal with everything in bracket first. If there's a transformation here, you deal with that. That isn't in this case. Then you work your way outwards. So we need to deal with that minus now, first of all. So we're going to draw minus f of x. This, quite simply, is just a reflection in the x-axis. Okay? So you're making the y values, if they're already positive, you make them negative. If they're negative, you make them positive. Alright? Now, you can see the reflection, possibly straight away. But if you can't see the reflection, okay, how it would look, just bear in mind the coordinates. If you look at that coordinate there, you're going to make the y value negative. Okay, well, 0 is neither positive nor negative, so if you put a minus here, it doesn't make any difference. It can stay as 0. Okay, so it's still going to go through that point. The origin, well, make that minus, it's still going to go through there. Okay, of course, this here, if you make this y value negative, well, a negative in front of that will make 2 negatives, so it makes it positive. So we're going to flip that. That stays as minus 1, but we're going to have 2 for our y value. So you draw your curve through there. Okay, and then it says, of course, then you apply the next transformation plus 1, right? So we can just shift it up 1, that's all you need to do, shift it up 1. When you shift it up 1, okay, first thing I hope you can see here, right? Hope you agree with me. When you shift it up 1, because it's going through the origin there, if you shift it up 1, it's going to just go through at 1, isn't it? Okay, it's going to go through there, and it's important you note that point on the y-axis where it goes through. The maximum then, of course, it's going to be minus 1, 3 now, right? And that minus 2, 0, well, that's going to shift up, isn't it, to minus 2, 1. We won't actually know now where it crosses here, but that doesn't matter, it's not asking for it. Okay, so we've got our minus f of x plus 1.